We can start this with a question.
Okay. Yes. And I want you guys to take this question to heart. How much pussy is a Blizzard job worth?
It's apparently
It's
worth one Mythic Plus run.
Losing a job.
So if you guys haven't,
somebody didn't want to rerun a 30-minute key.
Right. Yes. No one wanted to do their resilient homework key. If you guys haven't heard, there was a Blizzard employee who decided to help out his bros and one e-girl, allegedly. I don't really know too much about her. I don't want to disparage her. I don't know which of them are banned. I do know that some of them did get their account banned. Anyway, the story is they were running Mythic Plus. They were getting through, and allegedly, I believe it was a demon hunter in the group said, he hits up his GM friend saying, man, we're not going to time the key. Can you do us a solid? And he's like, I didn't know he was going to do it, but he went and he death touched the last mob.
But I asked anyway.
But it turns out the logs also showed he death touched the mob. He death touched the boss.
So it was more than one. I didn't hear that part of it.
Yes. So
he did a few different solids for them.
So the dude was obviously laid off. I know I saw some people talking. They were getting kind of upset because, and it's like, obviously, like, there's a lot of people that are like, man, they should ban everyone instantly. Why did it take so long? And then anyone thinking like, oh, it's only the players that read the logs that were able to actually catch this. To think that Blizzard doesn't have some way of going and verifying. And there was a developer on Twitter that talked about this, that apparently it is like a coordinated effort to get into like the live service side of WoW with those on. So it's like, someone's got to know that you have your GM account logged in. So like, as soon as little bro's in there doing his shit, they already knew. Like, so I think that's one thing that's wild is like, bro, like why are you going? Like, I can't understand it on my end to be like, you just got GM powers. You're finally getting in there and you throw it all away to help out somebody on like a Mythic Plus key. It seems so dumb.
Who was it? Lloyd, one of the old Ashes of Creation creators, was saying that he hopes that this ends in a love story.
Yes. Oh, I was going to say the dude's probably going to need a place to stay now. So
funny.
So yes, no, it probably will line up that, maybe he ends up on her couch, you just to do it for some pussy that you're probably never going to get. Allegedly. We don't actually know. Yeah. I wonder if this guy, I would assume.
I just like that twist of the story. It's probably, who knows if it's factual or not, but it's funny.
The thing is, I bet they probably made him sign like an NDA. You can't talk about this like when you get fired or whatever. I mean, I would assume that. I saw some people asking too. It's like, how come they didn't talk about this initially? Why didn't they bring this up? It's like, dude, when has your boss gone to social media to tell everyone that you fucked up some protocol? Like, I was like,
yeah.
Like, also, when it deals with some like an employee and things like that, like they are going to take more time to investigate, especially like players to see how the players were involved. Was this happening more often? Was it help? Like, and you had actually made a good point because the I believe it was the Demon Hunter. His whole side of the story was that this was a spur of the moment thing, but you had brought up. Do you remember what
you're saying? He's running out of time. Like, apparently they didn't have enough time to do whatever he was saying. Go back and kill one mob was his story, but they had time to reach out to a GM and ask him to hop in there and death touch this thing, and for him to log in and get to the dungeon and kill this mob. Like, that doesn't add up.
Right. It's like, that's where it's like, man, how many times has he done this before?
The amount of time it would have taken for you to backtrack and kill whatever mob you forgot about is probably shorter than it was for that entire event to take place. So my theory is that this was not the first time that this situation had happened. It was just the first time it got caught because there was a member in the group that wasn't part of the group who was sharing their logs.
I do want to say, the dude who like autistically just consumes logs like on his lunch break, because I saw the whole Reddit post. He's like, I was just on my lunch break and I was going through logs and there's just one that really stood out to me. And like, that is an insane level of just like going through these and then picking out and be like, that's not right. What's happening here? It is absolutely insane. The amount of power that can just be, put together by just a community of gamers sometimes can do the most wild things.
They have a special talent for sure. I don't know if they're very fun at parties though.
I like, it's so weird because like, obviously that's gotta be kind of like a dream job, right? Like you finally get this spot, you're in this position to be like, because I don't know, if I was a GM of WoW, I'd be like, dude, that is awesome. And just to like throw it away for something so stupid, like, I don't know if the story is true, because there were tweets that were shown that go back. This dude's talking about it's his birthday. This chick Yara says, "Oh, happy birthday." She happened to be in the key, right? This is the e-girl. So she's a streamer. She happened to be in the key. And it's like, dude, if that's really what went down, was that you were simping for a girl you were never going to get with and threw away your GM job for that? That's insane. So I would say that a GM simping over an e-girl and one-shotting her mobs in a key is gotta be one of the most MMO things that's ever MMO'd. I think it's if it's perfectly in the zeitgeist of MMOs.